Greetings, people. How are we doing? This is just a spontaneous one. I just came live today without planning for it. But be that as it may, I think we have an hour or less, it's even less, 45 minutes of a quick conversation. So those that are live with me, I greet you all as you come. I greet you in the name of the Father and the Holy Spirit. How are we doing, all of us? So I thought we should have a quick discussion. It's just a quick discussion. We are just brainstorming. I was actually in the midst of preparing an entire episode for this episode that I'm doing. But I thought we should just brainstorm. As I've been going through your comments, as I've been going through everything, please indicate if you can hear me so that I can stream with confidence. Just let me know if you can hear me. Just let me know if the audio is clear. Let me know if the sound is clear so that I can stream with confidence before I proceed. Because I don't want to make the mistake of going on and on, yet my sound is not proper. Good evening, brothers and sisters. We day here. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, that's what I want to hear. If you can hear me, that's what I want to hear. And if you can see me clear, that's what I want to hear. Yes, Prof X. Okay, perfect. So we don't really have much time. We have close to 45 minutes. And in 45 minutes, we should brainstorm and we should discuss. Evening, please, Prof X, you are clear. Thank you. Brother, greetings from Johannesburg, South Africa. Kanye Sile, where in Johannesburg, South Africa are you at? The hill. Where is the hill? I don't know where the hill is. You should take me out for lunch one day. So I want us to discuss. I want to hear your thoughts, people. I want to hear what you have to say. I've been saying a lot. My previous two episodes, we were all exploring the nature and the context of the statement that was given by Jeremiah Omoto for fame after, before, or during the process when they took Ruth Matthew to court. So I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear what you think about the statement that was issued by Jeremiah Omoto for fame. So you let me know. I've put my WhatsApp number right here before I start talking, because I'm only going to talk for less than 10 minutes. And the rest of the 20 minutes, for the rest of the 20 minutes, I want to hear what you have to say concerning the two previous episodes that I did about Jeremiah's official statement and the declarations that he made, the declarations that he enshrined in the affidavit concerning what he knows about the abduction of baby testimony. So most of you, I have read the statement for all you, and I'm of the belief that that you heard me well. So I'm just going to take this. I think this one is a private call. Let me just take it quickly. Pardon me for muting the mic. Okay, pardon me, people, for that. I just had to attend to it. So I was saying, with regard to the previous statements that were issued by Mr. Fofane, by Mr. Omoto Fofane, what's your take on it? I know most of you have been commenting, but I just want you to exhaust a few points. Good evening, bro. I can hear you clear. Thank you so much. I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions. So please do kindly call me on the number that I've put there. Please tell me if you can see the number as well, because I've been seeing so many enlightening comments and so many enlightening insights on this platform. And unfortunately, I'm only streaming on YouTube right now. I'm not cross-streaming together with Facebook. This is just an exclusive for my YouTube family. So, of course, my Facebook people will probably bump into this video, will probably come and also watch it here. So I'm just doing it on YouTube. So please, people, before I finish my video, the last part, this is not the official live that I'm supposed to do concerning this case. But I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your views. And I want to hear your take concerning the statement that was issued by Omoto for fame. And most of you might be wondering, when was this statement given? When did Jeremiah Omoto give this statement? This statement was given before the prophecy of the 4 days in which he had promised people that something is going to happen, in which he had promised people that, are you ready to celebrate with me? That was the time when this statement was issued. And there's someone who also raised a very critical point. And the point is, back in 2019, because this statement was recent, the reason why we say this statement was recent is simply because he mentioned me, that I'm collaborating with Ruth Matthew. So that statement alone is what validates the time frame when this statement was given. So based on that statement alone, I'm convinced, and we are convinced, that it was given early this year, during those days when he got Ruth Matthew arrested. So an interesting question was asked. What about in 2019? What did he say? Where is the statement that was issued by Omoto for fame? Okay, you can stop calling for now. Let me just talk a bit. I can see the calls are coming in. They'll trace out through your number. They'll trace out through your number. You better off your phone location. No, don't worry about being traced out, people. Don't worry about them looking for me. Don't worry about, when your conscience is clear, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's one promise that I made to myself is I'm not going to run. I'm not going to be afraid of these people. Being afraid of these people, we are giving them too much credit, unnecessary credit. If they have to hunt us down, let them. We can't be doing this in fear. We are not trying to do anything illegal here. We are standing for the truth. We don't run when we are standing for the truth. We have to make sure that we embrace what we are standing for and what we are fighting for. Gone are those days that you have to off your location so that they trace you. If they want to trace me, they must trace me. And even if they get to me, what are they going to do? They'll go mafia on me. Come on. God is in this thing. God is in it. Don't think they've not been trying to locate me. The thing is, I'm not hiding. If they want to come to me, they can come right now. I can meet them anywhere. I've made this bold statement long time ago. That they are the ones who should be running, not the other way around. They are the ones who are being charged with the abduction of baby testimony. They should be running when they hear of me. When they hear of us, they are the ones who should be trembling. Not us being afraid or to say, oh, they're going to come for us. We don't run from criminals. Criminals should be running from us. If they're going to go mafia and they're going to be gangster, let them be. But them failing to achieve anything that they want to achieve, that's the proof to them that God is in it. That we are not alone in this. This fight that we are fighting, we have God as a backup. And whoever stands with God will never be defeated, will always conquer, will always overcome. We can never bow down to these charlatans. Never. I will never bow down to these charlatans. Impossible. This life that we fight so much hard to protect is not worth protecting. We are not getting out of this life alive. So for the short time that we have to live, let it be meaningful. Let's bring a positive contribution to humanity. I don't want to come through this life and go without anyone ever noticing that I was here. What can I offer to humanity? When we fight for people like Baby Testimony, for people like Ruth Matthew, vulnerable people and disadvantaged people, I think we are doing the best that we can and the best that we should. And for that, we shouldn't be ashamed or we shouldn't be shaken. Or should we be running or be afraid? Why should we be afraid of these people? For what? We are the numbers, people. That's one thing you must know. We constitute the numbers. Without us, There is no them. Our unity can bring down and can, dissolve any corrupt regime. Let's stand our feet and dig our heels deep in and show them that we are a force to reckon with. That's the only way we can win this fight. That's the only way we can conquer in this battle. By letting them know that we are not afraid. So getting into the conversation that I was talking about, before I read the comment, I think I should refrain from reading comments. I should only start attending to comments after I've shared my 1 or 2 senses. And another reminder, Sister Ruth will be appearing in court on the 4th, this coming 4th. She will be defending herself from the allegations of defaming Jeremiah Omoto for fame. And this is the very same case, and the evidence that she's being prosecuted with is the one of the pieces of evidence is the very same statement that we just finished analyzing, that I recently published. And I'm still yet to bring you more statements, more evidence that is being used in court against Ruth Matthew, so that we can all know, so that we can all analyze it together, so that we can all see the type of battle that we are fighting. But I just want to remind you people, so that you all stay in prayer. She'll be going all the way to Benin, to appear in court and, to fight this battle. Because one thing that Jeremiah Omoto and his team and the Commissioner of Police, one thing that they miscalculated, they underestimated us. They thought we were just going to drop Ruth Matthew like a hot potato. They thought we were not going to stand with her. They thought we were not going to fight for her. That's why they are trying to drag her in court in and out, to just frustrate her and make her feel like there's no hope. But I want to thank all the soldiers behind the scenes. I want to thank all my pillars of support, people that have committed their lives and their all to make sure that we come together and we fight this fight. It's not an easy fight. Without you people, I can't do it alone. I can never do it alone. Without you people, we could have never gotten this far. And to all the people that know themselves, that are behind the scenes, that do not want their names to be mentioned, you people, I just pray for you every day that may God bless you and may God increase you for the efforts that you're doing day in, day out, for any contributions that you're doing for Sister Ruth Matthew, for supporting Sister Ruth Matthew, for standing with her, for restoring dignity upon her life, for wiping off the tears that have been overflowing since 2019. Now she really feels like she has people on her side. Now she feels like she's in a family. And you people that are making her feel that, may God also give you your own share of blessings. May He reward you abundantly. There's absolutely nothing I can do for you. There's nothing I can reward you with. There's nothing I can provide, or there's no amount of thank you, or gratitude that can equate the commitment that you have made. So to those other people out there, please, for those that are supporting as well in the comments and everything, I thank you as well on behalf of Sister Ruth Matthew, on behalf of Ruth Matthew's family, and of course on behalf of Baby Testimony. Because at the end of the day, what we are fighting for is justice for our young brother. It's justice for Baby Testimony. So you stay strong, and we can do this. Together we can conquer. We will get to the finish line. We will get to the bottom of this. And one thing I have assured you from the beginning is we will find Baby Testimony. Against all odds. No one could have ever thought that we were going to get to this point that we are. We have come across, time has tested us. We've overcome everything, every stone, every arrow that has been thrown at us. Right here, we are still here. We are still calling out for our little brother's justice. Right here, we are still advocating for Baby Testimony's justice. The battle is not sweet. The battle is up and down like a roller coaster. But that's what we signed up for. Like I always say, if we get this case right, if we get our boy, if we just succeed to get baby testimonies justice, then heavens will rejoice. And I know God is just waiting for the right time. And I'm of the belief, like I always say, I always make reference to the case of Pharaoh and the Israelites. God sent Moses to go and deliver the Israelites from Pharaoh. And Pharaoh being Pharaoh, he hardened his heart. Pharaoh being Pharaoh, he did not want to listen to the messenger. Pharaoh being Pharaoh, he thought he was indestructible. He thought he was invincible. He thought he was a demigod. And the Bible also highlights that it was God himself that made Pharaoh arrogant, that made Pharaoh stubborn, that hardened Pharaoh's heart, just so that his pride can lead to his own destruction. That case, that case study, that story, that biblical story, it makes a lot of sense if we try to relate it to the case of baby testimony. If you can check the time that we have spent advocating for baby testimony's justice, and the way the other team on the other side have been adamant, the way the pharaohs on the other side have been stubborn, the way the pharaohs have been resisting and exhibiting this form of arrogance and pride, I believe it's God that is making them be that stubborn, so that when the final day comes, they'll go down forever. And they'll never resurrect. They'll never come back. They'll never stand again. I believe this is God's own way to make sure that he deals with this shrine for once and for all. I believe this is God's way of making sure that he frees so many gullible souls that are captured by these imposters. I believe in God's time, we shall all celebrate baby testimonies justice. I believe in God's time, everything is going to add up and everything is going to make sense. All that we have to do is to wait for his time. And meanwhile, we pray, and meanwhile, we fight. Meanwhile, we don't stop. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep bringing water as much as we can. As long as there's still a little breath in us, there's no stopping. There's no stopping until that boy is released. There will be no peace until baby testimony is released. And there's only one person we can ask all these questions. There's only one person we can put on the firing line, and that one person is Jeremiah Omoto for Fame. I know the members, the supporters of Omoto for Fame might get emotional about this, to say, why are you doing this to our father? Why are you touching our father? If we don't touch your father, who then are we going to touch? If we do not target or call to order your father, or ask all these questions to your father, who then are we going to touch? The reason why we hold your father responsible, Jeremiah Omoto's people or followers, is because this crime scene took place inside these premises. Not only that, he did nothing to help this poor woman. Not only that, he even went on to get this poor woman arrested. Not only that, he has refused to cooperate. And by cooperate, I mean to show us a lead. And by showing us a lead, I mean to release the CCTV footage, which was going to help us pinpoint the actual women or the other woman or both the women who carried out this abduction operation. Because without those two leads, it becomes so difficult for us to know where to start or for us to know which direction to flow. In this digital world, had we had that proof, which actually shows these two women carrying out this operation, it was going to be smooth and so easy. Just putting their pictures out there. Someone knows someone. We are a global village now. If he had just released or sent us pictures of these two women and we make them go viral across the web, by now we could have known where these women are. We could have known their brothers. We could have known someone at least who is connected to them. But Mercy City and Jeremiah Omoto have been obstructing justice. This is what they call obstruction of justice. And the question that we start asking is, why are they obstructing justice? Why don't they want us to know these two women? Why are they concealing the CCTV footage? Why? Those are the big questions. Because they know they don't want to be implicated. Omoto and Mercy City, they know they don't want to be implicated in this abduction syndicate. Because chances are the people that carried out this operation are some people that are very close and dear to him. And by releasing the CCTV footage, it was going to connect to Omoto for fame. But if really Omoto for fame had nothing to do with it, he shouldn't feel guilty about something that he didn't do. If they were just people from his church, he shouldn't feel bad about it. If it was one of his daughters, one of his sons, spiritual sons, or one of his pastors, he shouldn't feel bad about giving them out to the public, about exposing them, so that all this blame can be shifted from him. If he had nothing to do with this, he should have just given us the CCTV footage. The truth was going to set him free. The truth was going to vindicate him. In case these people that abducted baby testimony might have been from Mississippi, but had nothing to do with Omoto. All he has to do is to show us those people, to give us the CCTV footage. And he can make a declaration that these are my people, but I had no idea of the operation that they were taking out, that they were carrying out. Do you think we would still be guns blazing at Omoto had he done that? Had he shown a sign of wanting to assist? Had he shown a sign of caring for baby testimony? Do you think we would still be hitting hard on him like this? Because I'm just trying to think from their own perspective. Let's say the reason why they don't want to release the CCTV footage is because there's someone that might implicate them. But they always say that a clear mind fears no accusation. A clear mind fears no accusation. Whether the person that are in the CCTV footage implicate him or not, he was going to be vindicated at the end of the day. That is only if he has nothing to do with the operation. But his resistance and stubbornness is what makes us conclude that he's not only covering up for himself, but is also covering up for these strikers, as we call them, for his gunmen, as he called them, for his frontliners, as he called them. Why would you hide something like that? Just for the fear that your image will look bad. Tell me, people, what do you think about this? I have not yet even gotten myself into the official statement that was given by Jeremiah Omoto for Faith. I have not yet even started discussing it. Because it has so many loopholes. Because according to Mr. Omoto for Fame, he does not know Ruth Matthew. According to Mr. Omoto for Fame, he has never met Ruth Matthew. According to Mr. Omoto for Fame, he has never met baby testimony. He has never seen Ruth Matthew's children. But according to Sister Ruth Matthew, she met Jeremiah Omoto for Fame. According to Sister Ruth Matthew, Jeremiah Omoto for Fame had an encounter with the baby testimony. According to Sister Ruth Matthew, when Jeremiah Omoto saw baby testimony, he hailed him, sang songs of praise about him, complimented him. and spoke very well of baby testimony, that this child is a testimony. This child is a blessing. There is light upon this child. There is glory upon this child, according to Sister Ruth Matthews. Sister Ruth Matthews' statement, that is. Sister Ruth Matthews attests that Jeremiah Omoto said a lot of good things about baby testimony. Sister Ruth Matthews says that Omoto for Fame said, when this child grows up, people are going to pay to see him, to talk to him. But in his statement, in his sworn affidavit, Omoto for Fame claims that he has never met Ruth Matthew and he has never met baby testimony. He knows nothing about baby testimony. He even went on to say, according to the investigation that was done by the National Population Council or Commission, there is no record of this child called baby testimony. Sister Ruth Matthew even said, the protocol of Omoto for Fame used to say, your child looks like our father. Your child resembles our father. I'm sure there's even a time when there was a conspiracy that Jeremiah Omoto might be the biological father of baby testimony due to the resemblances between them, between testimony and Omoto. And according to Omoto for Fame, he has no idea of these people. Before we conclude that the man is lying, sometimes we have to cut some people, you have to cut people some slack, This is deep. This is deeper than what you can ever think of. Because the main question now that I also heard is, why testimony? Why baby testimony? When baby testimony was abducted, he was together with his older brother. If this was just something about rituals and stuff like that, why did they not take both of them? Why did they target baby testimony? Is it because they wanted baby testimony for themselves? Or is it because they had some future plans for baby testimony? These are now questions that we are just asking to say, why did they take him? Now, when we start looking at, when we start, trying to dig deeper, first you say this child is special. First you say people will pay to see this child. And your protocol say this child looks like Jeremiah Omoto for Fame. In some time, maybe 2 days down the line, or a day down the line, or the very same day, that very same child disappears. I once gave this conspiracy theory that what if Omoto wanted baby testimony for himself? This is a big what if. What if he wanted he wanted baby testimony for himself? This is a very big what if. What if they were just waiting for baby testimony to grow up a little bit so that they will reintroduce him to the public and claim that this child is Jeremiah Omoto's child? What if? What if they wanted to groom baby testimony to become a young prophet? We all know Omoto for Fame recruits these young boys and make them prophets. These are just what ifs. Because why would they target baby testimony? Why would they? That's a topic for another conversation. The reason why I did this broadcast, I wanted us to brainstorm. I just wanted us to reflect on the statement that was made by Omoto for Fame on the declaration that was made by Omoto for fame. In the declaration where he was claiming that he has no idea, he has no clue, he knows nothing about a woman called Ruth Matthew. What defeats me is the fact that they even went on to say there's no record of a child called Testimony. And after making such a statement, you come live on your public platforms and you give a prophecy claiming that the child will be found in less than 4 days, claiming that this missing child, the very same missing child that you were doubting his existence in your sworn affidavit, the very same little child that you were claiming that you do not have an idea of, that you do not know about, is the very same little child that you are now giving a prophecy to say he will be found in 4 days, and asking your people if they will celebrate with you when this missing child comes out from anywhere. Will they celebrate with you? Yay. This episode is not supposed to be long. This broadcast is not supposed to be long. I had no plans of making it long, and I'm not going to. But I just want to appeal to these people's conscience. Please, let this boy go. How do you people sleep at night? How do you do it? There's no single lie that you've tried to tell so far that has gotten you anywhere. With the amount of money that has been wasted in watering down this case, it has only given this case more life. So in their wildest of their imaginations, do they think that there is a day in this world that we will stop talking about baby testimony? Do they think that there is a day, maybe by coincidence, that we will actually believe or get tired to advocate for baby testimony? Because in his statement, Omoto also said, I was so surprised that this woman is coming up again with the same story of a missing child. So Mr. Omoto thinks that simply because they got her arrested back in 2019 and accused her of what they accused her, she was going to forget about a child. That's what they actually thought. That Ruth Matthew was meant to forget about a child. He even goes on to say, now she's coming back to accuse me, a woman that I forgave. You forgave Ruth? You forgave the mother. The mother that lost a child, you are the one who forgave her. You are the one who pardoned her. Because some spiritual leaders spoke to you. Because some spiritual leaders pleaded with you. And you forgave her. You gave her a second chance. And you told her, don't do this again. After she loses a child at your church, you are the one to forgive her. After her child gets abducted in your premises, you are the ones to forgive her. Because you have money, you have all the money, you have billions. You can do and undo. You can let your dogs go. You can set your dogs free. And they can go for anyone who's trying to lay an accusation against you. You forgave her. You are surprised that this case is coming back now, after you forgave this woman. Mr. Omoto, what did they do to you, my brother? How did you get here? How did this happen? How did it happen? How did you end up like this? It's just a question that I'm curious of. Just a simple question that I'm asking out of concern. Not curiosity. I'm not curious. I'm concerned. How does a man end up like this? How does this kind of brutality becomes a normal? How does this become acceptable to your conscience? That you can sleep, wake up, sleep again at night and wake up when there's a mother out there who's crying for her child, for her missing child. And you are busy taking her to court, getting her arrested, muzzling her left, right, and center, making her suffer even more. How did I don't know. I really don't know. Neither do I have a say. But all I can tell you, what I should leave you with is, Ruth is not alone. I don't know how much billions you have, you people. Messi City, Omoto. I don't know, but I know you have a lot of billions, as you claim. But your billions won't get you out of this until we find baby testimony. If we are to find that you had nothing to do with this, then that would be another story. But as long as baby testimony's life is still at stake, as long as the mother of baby testimony is still weeping for her child, there is no child of any mother from Mercy City that will know any rest. Omoto for Fame and all his followers that love him so much will forever be having chest pains. Because we are not going to stop to fight for this innocent child, to fight for this poor mother. We cannot stop. If we stop, who's going to stand up for them? If we don't, who's going to do it for them? We are here for them, and we will stand with them, and we will fight with them until her happiness is restored, until she is reunited with her child. And there's no amount of damage control that can derail us. There's no amount of damage control that can push us back. Not even the commissioner of police can make us draw back. Not even the AIG. Not even nobody. Because what is at stake is the life of a child. And we are here to make sure that we find that child. And we guarantee you and we assure you that we will find baby testimony. It does not have to be tomorrow. It does not have to be a year to come. As long as he's not yet reunited with the mother, we are going to keep fighting for him. That's just my message to Mr. Omoto for Fame. Let me get right back to the episode that I was actually recording before the idea of me coming live dawned on my spirit, because I had not planned to come live. I can see there are so many calls, but like I promised, I was not going to do this live for more than 40 minutes, and we're only left with a minute now. It's 39 minutes already. Joyce Valeria, let everyone who have faith like that of a mustard seed, baby testimony one day will be found. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. Through grace of God. Amen. God is with us. Baby testimony must be found. Amen. I agree with you. Baby testimony must be found, and he will be found. Our unity, our fight will bring results one day. One day is one day. Just look at baby testimony as your own. Imagine the joy that you will have being reunited with your own. That's the same happiness Ruth Matthew will have. That's the same happiness that the brothers will have when they'll be reunited with their little brother. I love you people. You stay safe. You stay put. As we keep fighting, like I told you earlier, Ruth will be in court this coming Tuesday. She's going to be defending herself from these statements, not just this statement from Jeremiah Omoto for Pain, but statements from, remember, the one of Emmanuel Marcus was scratched off, the one of Juliet was scratched off, and we are left with about 3 testimonies now from Joy Idole and these 2 other pastors from Jeremiah Omoto's church. And we are left with Jeremiah Omoto himself to come as a witness or as the accused, to come and accuse Ruth Matthew in court with some of the things that he raised in this official statement. So in the next episode, I think I'll bring you other statements, or I'll put the last nail on the affidavit that was brought about by Mr. Omoto for Fame. So with that being said, let me catch you out on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger. To all those that have been calling, please pardon me. I'll engage with you on the very next live broadcast that we are going to do, maybe even today or tomorrow. But with that being said, I'm out.